perfect timing.
You may be noticing that someone or something is missing. We'll let you figure out what that is, viewers.
They're back.
Oh, we're back.
Oh,
So
damn it,
quick.
I turned and did a thing, and you were already back when I turned. I
I
was like, oh, where's he at?
Yeah.
So
Tea
Dino
turtle.
Nuggies.
Yes,
That's what we
Dino
were talking
Nuggies.
about.
Dino Nuggies are the shit. And I just wanted to comment
I love
on the
them.
reel I saw today. This dude's been coming across my feed for a while, but it's the red or green flag dude that just like runs across the field talking
Yes.
shit. She's like,
I love him.
"Ah!"
I
There's
love
a
him.
reel today of some dude, like this dude, he was making dinner, right? And he had the Dino Nuggies, and they were
Oh,
covered
I
in
know exactly what you're
cheese.
talking about.
He had the pasta, he was plating it up, but it was chicken parmesan with Dino Nuggies. Like, that's fucking tight. Cheese is already
Nice.
melted on it. They look delicious, and the wife was like, "What the fuck is that? Are you serious right now? Is that what we're having for dinner? That's absurd. That's ridiculous." And she was like dead serious. It was so... And you could see, like, the dude, like, he just felt like... Oh, God, I just felt so bad for him. There was some...
So
heart
I
blinking
have
and sadness going on behind his eyes. Like, babe, what do you want me to do?
I have good news and bad news about that situation.
Oh, okay. Spill
The
it.
good news is I know what you're talking about. The bad news is that that's all staged.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh,
Yep.
don't feel
They-
bad.
that's
they-
about
always
that.
shitty.
Glass shattering.
That's their entire account. It's just for whatever reason that.
I
Talking
mean,
shit to each
reality TV isn't reality.
I don't know what possessed them to think that that's good content, but they have a lot of followers, so I guess.
People
I
watch the
subscribe to the dead internet
Kardashians.
theory, so
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's really watching it.
Hmm.
What the fuck is that? The dead
That's
internet.
That
where
the
the heard
internet
that
is
too.
essentially just bots talking to bots.
Oh,
Like nobody's really posting anything anymore. Everything is reposted. Like the vast majority of the internet is the internet talking to itself, essentially.
it
You
feels
know,
like it's
honestly,
getting to that point. I've seen a lot of
Yeah.
repeats.
I
at this
seen
point
someone
in
share a
time.
thing. It was like a. Imagine going to work
Right.
and coming home to this, and it was a plate of hamburger helper. And I was like, I fucking love hamburger helper.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
What
coming
is
home to a
going
big
on?
high, give it to me, you know? I was like, yo,
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know
all-
what's up.
It's all rage bait.
Right.
And like
Yep.
it's
It's like, you should be grateful for a meal at all, asshole.
exactly.
Right, exactly.
There's a really good video. I don't know if you guys know the science educator Kyle Hill. Science Thor is what he jokes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He's awesome. I've been watching
Oh,
him for
yeah, I've
years,
seen
and
him.
he has a video on dead internet theory. And which is based on a longer essay written by I don't remember what she is, but she specializes in like technological advancement and stuff, and it's it spawns off of the dark forest theory essentially, which is like it's like the same thing. It's super interesting.
I think is Dark Force that's Three Body Problem stuff, right? Which is a show on Netflix and also a popular science fiction.
I
I
wanna watch
haven't
that.
watched or read it. It's kind of
Okay.
like,
I think that's what it is.
right? I have an excuse for not seeing Foundation because it's behind Apple TV.
You read the book?
Despite the fact, I know I haven't got around to Isaac Asimov yet,
Oh,
but
so good.
he's on my list.
I read the first two stories in that, and it's just too old.
Yeah, it's.
I get it's a classic, but it's dated in my opinion. I couldn't get through it.
I read
But to
them when
each
I
their
was
own.
young. When I was younger, sorry.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
When I was
loved,
a young warthog.
the dark side of what is it? Not Dark Side of the Moon. The Left Hand
That's
of
Pink
Darkness.
Floyd.
That's also old, but I loved that by Ursula K. Le Guin. But anyway,
Did anybody
First
ever
Sea
talking about old
series.
sci-fi.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I got
exactly.
our.
yeah.
I'm finally repping our stickers.
yeah.
Some Sith and some Whisper of
Ooh.
Doom.
Nice.
Nick, what
I
book were
just
you
gave
gonna
my
say?
the Redwall series.
I grew up on those.
Man,
decent
that
about
I've like read I read every one they ever had. It was just the coolest thing in my head. Imagine little furry animals with armor and weapons fighting in the.
Yeah, yeah. I never read it, but I wanted to.
Did anybody else hear that
I heard
sound?
that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
For a minute, I was like, "Did I just get shot?" Like that was an insane
Sound like a can opening.
like a blaster.
like,
I'm watching too much Star Wars.
You like Secrets of Nim, the animated movie?
Oh,
It's so good.
Creepy.
It's such
Jim
a,
Henson.
I never saw that one either.
it's such
Oh
a
wait, no, I'm thinking of
good-
something different.
I love
Are you thinking of the
that.
Dark Crystal?
Dark Crystal.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dark
My
Crystal's
bad.
creepy.
Yeah.
But that's
I also
really
haven't seen
good.
that either.
I have every
See-
right to
see-
feel that way.
Secret of Nims is kind of like, I mean, I feel like it gives you the same feeling as Watership Down, where it's like, oh great, it's an animal movie, and you're gonna walk
Yeah.
away feeling just like I need like a hot shower and
It's
a
not as
warm
bad
hug.
as
God.
Watership Down though.
Watership Down's fucked.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm
So
glad I've
good.
avoided most of those movies.
I actually haven't seen the movie. I read the book, but
I read
Oh,
the book, too.
okay.
I didn't watch that.
I also
It's
didn't
it's
read the
fucked
book
up
either.
though.
Yeah.
I just binged watched Clone Wars in the last like month or
Yeah,
so,
I
and
saw.
it's been
I
an
see, I see.
experience.
Nice.
Nice.
I cried a couple of times. I'm not gonna lie.
I need to watch that. I need to commit to watching that
It's a
because
It's a
I've
hard
heard
watch.
nothing but good things. But like,
the art is so good. Like the yeah. I
It
loved
took me
it.
a while to adjust to it. The art style.
Yeah, that's how I felt
It's very
about,
unique, but it's
the
just.
other one.
And then I started.
Rebels.
Luckily, I was able to move right into the Bad Batch,
Yeah.
which has been a great experience in itself too.
Nice.
Yeah. Once you get,
oh,
I don't know about. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
oh no, I was just gonna say, a show that I started watching last night with my roommates. Maybe this is just me because, I mean, you know, being a gay person, that's why this show resonates with me so much. But there's essentially a gay version of the Golden Girls now, called Mid-Century Modern on Hulu.
Oh,
And
I saw an ad
it's-
for that. Yeah.
And it's 3 guys. So funny. So fucking funny.
Nice.
I highly recommend it, regardless of your orientation. I think there's a little something in it for everybody. But
I mean,
yeah.
I've pretty much seen almost every, because I watched it with a friend, almost every episode of the new Queer Eye.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, I think there's something for everybody.
Amazingly, I have never seen that show.
I believe the older one was kind of like shitting on other people, but the new one is all about celebrating community. So the new one's real good.
I've watched
okay.
like almost every episode of Grey's Anatomy with my wife.
Oh.
Not so I take
That's a
it
long
you're a
commitment.
fan of
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
the pits.
yeah.
The Pits, yeah,
The pit.
the
Yeah,
Pit.
yeah,
Oh, I
it's,
think I've heard of that recently.
it's the new medical show taking the world by storm.
Oh
Huh.
my god. I don't
See,
I like medical
Grey's
shows.
Anatomy.
Huh.
I don't like it.
Oh.
I don't know if I have the attention span for Grey's Anatomy.
I watched it with my wife just to like, so whatever. And then I was like, "What's going on there?" And I
Oh,
started
God,
getting
you got
hooked,
sucked
and
in.
it's
You're
like,
like
I'm
just
in,
you're on
I'm
the
in.
couch like, what are
Yeah.
we talking about now?
Exactly.
Oh, that's
I watch
dope.
all of my wife shows from behind the couch, standing up, arms crossed. And
I
then like season 2, I'm like on the couch, like sitting on the edge of the couch, like, bitch, no, there's no way.
I did that with Gilmore Girls and my wife.
Oh God, I
Another one I've never seen.
can't do that show
I
though.
hate. It's a fun
I've
show,
seen
but
some
man,
of
it's
it.
just
They're terrible characters, or they're
Not a
terrible
fan.
people. They're all just bad people. I feel like.
My wife was like, "I don't think I like Blake Lively anymore."
so spoiled. Anyways,
Oh yeah,
let's
Gossip Girl.
let's get on track here. We're here to play some
Right.
fucking
Yeah.
Pathfinder 2nd Edition 7 Tombs for Sandpoint. I think we all just really don't know where we're gonna go after last week's last week's episode, because yeah, it was weird. You guys killed Chief Rip Nugget. Well, I guess I'm skipping everything. Who are you? Who are you playing?
Yeah.
Hi, my
name is
oh,
Dylan.
Nope, sorry. Go ahead, Dylan. I'll shut up.
I don't like Gilmore Girls, though my wife watches it every now and then. So it's on every other week or so, just a random episode. I will say I can't even remember his name. Okay. Anyway, I'm playing Calliope Danmure, who is a champion of Pharasma. That's it. That's all I got. I'm thinking of Gilmore Girls now, and my brain is just wiping.
That's entirely fair. Hi, my name is Cody, otherwise known as Bard Tales here on Twitch, and I am currently playing Giddy and Ignara, a goblin summoner and his Hellcat-esque creature. And also, what I meant to say earlier in the Nuggie conversation is there are now space-shaped Nuggies, and so they're perfect for Starfinder. Moving along.
We got to go back to that at some point. Space-shaped Nuggies. I'm Jacob. I'm playing the Angry Lettuce, Souffle Flumgoss, Leshy Ash Oracle. Nick.
My name is Nick, because I'm the last one, if you couldn't tell. And I guess we have one more, but you know who he is, I assume, because he's running the game. I'm Nick, playing Brip Moonkling, the Tripkey Ranger.
That leaves me. I know who I am and what I'm doing half the time, all the time. I'm Robert, and are you all ready?
That doesn't make
to
any sense.
Live by the
Live by the die.
and die by the die.
And die by the die.
Yeah.
I missed that prompt.
Yeah, I was busy quoting Anchorman. I wasn't ready for you to
I was looking at Space Nuggies,
Go
I'm not
into
gonna
that.
lie.
I was like, it's coming.
Google
The
image
star
Space
rays.
Nuggies.
It's coming.
Oh, there are spaceships, stars, astronauts, and moons.
Okay, so we all, on our next marathon stream, all have to have Space Nuggies ready.
The next
Next
Starfinder.
Starfinder
Get some
stream.
impossible.
Starfinder stream, yeah.
Impossible nuggets.
Oh no, not the
Mash them
impossible
all
nuggets.
up into stars.
That sounds great.
Oh, they're really good, but they are just.
Are they?
Oh, there's. Look at the ingredient list and then decide on. They taste great, not great for you.
But isn't that the whole point of the impossible nuggie? Or impossible
What, that it tastes
meat?
great?
No, it's supposed to be good
is
for
it
you.
supposed to be healthy? Like, am I
No,
missing?
no.
I was right there with you. I
Yeah.
was blown away. I was like, isn't this supposed
They're
to be
not.
like a
No,
healthy
it's
alternative
supposed to
meat?
imitate meat as close as it can without being meat.
I just
It is
thought
made- Those products are marketed for people who love the taste of meat and
well,
won't
right,
like try
but
it.
Maybe
basically.
can't eat meat.
other people like. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
maybe
just
not
thought-
that they
Anyway,
don't want to eat
don't-
meat. They just can't.
they're
That-
not healthy. Sorry to
that
get
blew
into
me
that
away.
whole.
You taught me something.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, they're
You know
they
what else
are.
isn't
It's
healthy?
way hyper processed.
The curse that's on our dear old champion Calliope.
I know.
Champione.
So sad.
Champion.
Curse of the
Pharasma.
John.
Calliope is
Curse
cursed.
of the John.
Upon
Oh, no.
finding
I mean,
a wonderful relic. You think what? Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think
I'll just-
Pharasma's kind of an asshole, to be honest. Like, hey, you need to go kill this random dude minding his own damn business. It's like, why?
Because
He-
he's undead.
He's undead. He doesn't swing like the rest of us. Like, that's fucked up.
He doesn't swing like the rest of us. That's wild.
You could be a stand-up guy just underground.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
mean,
think Brip is the only good character in our party at this point.
I didn't realize that swinging for the other team meant swinging for the undead.
Hey, we're playing Pathfinder. Everybody is Polly and Pan.
The
at this
two,
point.
yeah, you're not wrong.
I think
Yeah.
that
And
Brip
also
is
hot. It's so,
also
Yeah.
terrified. Not like
why not? It's a
he
fantasy
can't
game.
become. Brip can't become Silflay's enemy because then he's going to be toasted frog legs.
Fair.
You know.
Now I'm just over here like the two orientations: pansexual and necrophiliac.
Goodness
But they're
gracious.
kind of alive, so that's a really gray area.
oh,
I'm
God,
excited
Brip
for
likes
the-
this is-
getting.
I'm excited for the necromancer class.
Yeah.
Brip
yeah.
likes getting froggy.
Interesting.
Nice getting froggy.
We're already super late into doing this. I don't know what's going on. It's Case of Mondays. It's hot as fuck, so we're just gonna jump right in. How about we
We're all,
do
it's hot as fuck. We're all tired.
that? Recap is that they killed Chief Rip Nugget. They found some teleportation circles that don't work because it needs power. They escaped from Lord Longfingers and Ettercap or web lurker in 2e parlance that had taken Gerlunk. You guys heard his screams from around the corner as you shimmied your way out of his lair, but was open to have you guys explore beyond it if you were to give him some meat. There's essentially 2 areas in the Rusthenge lair where you guys have not fully explored yet. There's some tunnels off to the eastern portion of the lair, just a little bit beyond the Goblin Dog tunnels that you had not explored. I think I said that. How many times can I say you have not explored this area? And the space beyond
At least once more.
Lord Longfingy's realm.
There will be at least one more.
Nope, I'm done talking. So what do you guys do?
Well, once the Foundry map loads, I will tell you.
Yeah, and after the adrenaline wears off too, I think Calliope's like, excuse me. I feel terrible. Should eventually go take a nap somewhere. Need to heal up and regain my strength. I'm down. I'm enfeebled too. Gotta get rid of that.
She says directly.
Yeah. Right into the camera.
Well, to be fair, Giddy ended the last episode by looking into the camera too. So
That's that's our sideshow is everybody in Whispers of Doom, but in the office.
I was just about to say the Office, but Whispers of Doom. Office Galarian. Add that to the campaign list, everybody.
All right, have a conversation, you fucks.
No.
No.
Yeah.
We're talking about
Well,
Space
we were-
Nuggies tonight, Robert. Shut up.
We were
Well,
we looked through all the paperwork, and I don't recall if there was anything good. I think that I had been reading through trying to translate the Thessalonian for somebody to make a society check to see if any of it was worth bringing up, because I do believe that to bring all of this up we would need a wagon.
That's right.
You just
Yeah,
want to
there's a lot
take
of that.
the good papers. The good
Iggy
the
won't be
good
able to haul
things
that.
Yeah, we know Brodert will want some of this, but not all of it, so.
Well, would I... Okay, since Calliope is translating this, is there a way that would make sense for Giddy to roll society on what Calliope found?
Sure. Yeah. How long are you guys spending down here?
That's a great
researching
question.
and going through, because I mean, you can spend as much time as you want down here, kind of researching and reading through and trying to figure out what had already been translated by the Greed Spawn for Rip Nugget to try and figure out what he was trying to look for. That would probably take you hours before trying to haul it all back up. I mean, it seems like this level of the pit is relatively secure now. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of paperwork, and it looks like he spent a good amount of time here already going through and translating stuff. So if you guys want to research, you totally can and earn some research points.
Yeah, if it's pre-translated, that might be better then, to try to go through some of that stuff.
So I think Giddy would look at the group and just be like, I mean, hey, we took care of the problem. I think we should take a look around before we go anywhere. I mean, what else do we have to do?
That's not a bad idea. I'll look around for anything that has to do with Sandpoint.
I'm gonna take a look at some of what looks to be translated already. Might be something here.
It doesn't seem to be too much of that, though.
I think that they would be a little more efficient with all the ghouls and the nonsense.
We could probably do a couple of things at once. Could I
look at Ignora.
Could I borrow Ignora?
And I just like go to the nearest goblin that is not a ghoul and kind of begin to pick them up. and drag them.
Could I have some help? We have that Lord Spider thing in the other room, and I don't know. This seems like currency.
Oh, I mean, the only thing is, Iggy can only go so far before she away from me before she goes poof.
Right.
I'm just gonna continue to try to drag it out. I'm not looking at Calliope.
Don't
Do
be
you think-
suspicious.
Man, the
Don't
meta on this
be
is so
suspicious.
Do you think the spider is a danger to anyone to topside?
I don't think so.
I mean, he might be if he runs out of food. You think?
But I mean, I'm not really an expert with these things, but these things are from the Darklands, right? Why would it want to be on the surface?
I mean, to be
Ooh.
honest, probably for I was gonna say for food, but didn't that long finger guy say that they were keeping something down below too?
They were sort of controlling the passage, I think is what we got from Calliope.
Yeah,
So-
that's. She's like looking at the paperwork, like not really fully paying attention.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
having
that's-
this conversation as I'm slowly dragging the corpse out.
Yeah, Giddy's kind
Yeah, I
of flying
think
through
she's-
papers.
Back to the group, just like barely paying attention. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did a flat roll just to see if just to see. It's low, so I'm gonna say that she's one corpse might sneak out.
Well, there's lots more in the other room, so
Yeah.
Still, Flay's been gone for a long time.
So the only corpse in this room in the study is Chief Rip Nuggets. Is that the corpse you're taking?
Oh no, but there were
Did
there
the
were
spawns,
spawn things.
Oh, the
greed spawns?
greed spawn. Okay.
The greed
yeah.
spawn.
Yep.
Sorry, yeah. So I'm taking one of the fresh ones.
Gotcha.
And if they want to spend hours researching, I'm going to spend a lot of effort and drag the fresh bodies that are not ghouls over to Lord Longfingers, the entrant, over to the other entrance that Galunk ran into, because I'm not about to drag these down a drop and then upstairs and all that.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So as Silflay is doing that out of sight of Calliope's eye, you guys are kind of conversing
You're
and
getting
looking over
cursed
the
again.
books and notes.
Right.
You you think it'd probably take you at least 4 hours to figure out anything, if at all.
Mm.
Okay.
So with that said, if each of you could roll, give me a roll, give me a roll, give me a roll now.
Mm-hmm.
Which roll would that be?
I already did society, so I
You did.
mean,
Okay, roll whatever roll you think would be best.
I have jack shit as far as lures go. I'm thinking that Calliope would, not having great skills here, intermittently take breaks to pray and refocus, narratively regaining focus pools, because I probably am gonna not do great at this anyway. So
yeah, I'm sticking with my society roll for now.
I don't have that stuff. I don't have any skills, or no, I do have skills.
I don't have any skills.
I'm just gonna.
I rolled
Calliope's gonna roll
Sandpoint lore.
Arcana, looking for magic specifically stuff.
Calliope's gonna attend a seminar or two. On
Brooke
Excel
is just curious
spreadsheets.
if anything leads back to Sandpoint, and
Okay.
I keep getting a spill in this Excel formula. Why does it keep spilling? It just doesn't make any sense.
So you can roll.
Just like I can't figure this out.
Arcana, occultism, diplomacy. Wait, sorry, not diplomacy.
It's funny.
I was gonna say,
Did
wait,
you mean-
what? I'll do
Did you mean
that.
society?
Sorry. Yes, society, academia lore, library lore.
Oh, I have that. I could
It's
be
funny
more.
because
Any
the
adjacent
Excel
lore,
spreadsheet,
lore.
the Excel spreadsheet joke would actually work in Starfinder with computers
okay.
check.
My Calliope's academia does have academia lore. It'd be the same as the Arcana.
Okay.
I think that would be more applicable if you'll allow that swap.
Okay. Yes. All right, so I see your society roll, Sandpoint lore roll, and your swapped out academia lore roll.
Such a dumb lore.
At least it's not sailing lore, am I right?
Use
Yeah.
out of it.
Well,
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I think it. Yeah. Well, I understand it to apply like you understand how school works. Like you get that like a school operates this way as opposed to like what you would learn in school, which would be
Academia
Arcana
lore.
or occultism or something like that. Yeah.
Use is good at school.
Yeah. Well, technically, no. I should.
Or maybe you
Just drop out.
understand the system of how learning works. I don't know.
Yeah, her
Okay.
background is academy dropout.
Pedagogy.
After
Right,
the,
so
what,
Go for
It's
it.
irrelevant, go ahead.
You take over. Take over, Robert.
what's the conversation sound like between you three as Silflay's using all their might to haul bodies outside of this little study?
I did. I closed the door.
I think Giddy, like, more so than a conversation at this point, like Giddy's just like mumbling into himself as he's going through all these papers. And every once in a while pops up and it's just like, anybody else find anything on any potential connections here for what's anything occulty or, you know, I want to get revenge on Sandpoint vibes?
No, I keep this page. These are all out of order. This is frustrating. I'm gonna pray for a moment.
And then
the
a
only
man-
word I can read is Sandpoint.
And then a man walks in with a giant comb and says, "We ain't found shit."
He ain't found shit.
That's a Spaceballs reference
Yeah.
for those who might not be aware.
They're jamming the comms. It's raspberry.
Comb the desert.
We ain't found shit. I
We
love
ain't
that
found
line.
shit.
It's so good.
All right, what are our roles revealing here, Robert?
So those rolls will tell you that there is more
The
to at
radar
least
has
the to the teleportation circles. It seems like this wasn't what Rip Nugget was after exactly, but you learned that the Hellstorm Focus once controlled the Hellstorm Flume. The Focus was that room where you fought those the conflagrated undead underneath the Sandpoint Cathedral. But also served as a teleportation circle itself. And the other end of the portal is either destroyed or inactive, but you think if you could adjust the Hellstorm focus towards focus its magic towards this area somehow, you think you could link to other possibly inactive teleportation circles.
Whoa. That other room that you just mentioned, was that where the combusted were? Where they were
Combusted, yes.
like,
That's what I
okay,
was
got
going
it.
for.
I was like, I think I know what you meant.
Combusted.
Yeah, there were the severed. There was like pillars of the redstone, potentially garnets,
Oh.
Yes.
where we were
Yeah.
like, fucked. It was
You're putting
almost a bad situation.
You're putting it together now, and you think that those combusted that were in there, they were caught by some eruption, maybe a misfire of some kind that may have happened at the same time as Earthfall. and they got caught in the blast and
Whoa.
were immediately destroyed. But that was the control room, essentially, for the flume itself, to use it as a targeting room to aim it at its enemies.
Oh, the old light.
The old light, yes.
Got it. Okay. Whoa,
Hailstorm
that's
Flume.
cool. Fuck. New band name called it.
Fuck.
Probably already copywritten or trademarked or whatever. Whoa, this is. Roderick would probably. Well, I won't use the phrase that immediately came to mind, but he'll probably love these documents. Ugh. Words. We should definitely take these that point to that evidence. He'd pay us good silver for that, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's possible. And I mean, we definitely can't drag everything up there, so maybe that might be a good place to start.
Choice few for sure, yes.
Can't you just use magic?
I mean, I don't know that I really know any spells that would help us carry that kind of stuff. I'm mostly, fire. So,
Hot air balloon.
that's a great idea. I will work on that. But for now, unfortunately,
What an air balloon. Just clicked. Just like a little one that just like floats behind you, like just barely carrying it.
I do love that idea a lot. But
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure what else we might be able to glean from this. We can point the controls from there. So just to clarify, we could point the controls in that room where the combusted were to make these teleportation things point their teleporter aim to another teleporter.
Yes.
So we'd have to go all the way there and like calibrate it and then come back here to teleport.
Yes.
Or potentially
Somehow
teleport from there if
it
we
was-
didn't explore the rest of that room.
It would essentially work as a power source. So once you're able to,
Oh,
once you
got
figure
it.
out
Okay.
how to
Understood.
route the ancient powers there to this area, then you would be able to utilize the teleportation
That's-
signals.
Seems like. Sorry, you have more?
Yes. To add to that, as you all are kind of ruminating about all this lore and stuff, you also come across what you think Rip Nugget had been looking for. Shuffling around notes, and it seems like he was pretty adamant about keeping some notes together. Specifically, notes around Rune Lord Karzug. It seems that Karzug had ordered the construction of hidden complexes in the region where you guys are right now, specifically this one, the Pit. Using it as a base of operations for a spy network. Some of this you may have already gleaned over a little bit, given the large map that you found, and after a conversation with Broderick Quink. But it's a key line that's translated and underlined heavily is that the wizard in charge of this operation here was a woman named Lyra LaRue. Lyra LaRue.
Interesting.
Lyra LaRue.
We've
And-
heard that name before.
You sure about that?
Womp.
There's no meta pigeon here, so it's just a little spider on the wall.
Uh-huh. Well,
I bet you it's actually Ignara that remembered.
Yeah,
There
exactly.
you go.
Iggy is whispering secrets through our empathetic bond. I'd be able to roll another society check to know who the hell that is?
Yes, you can try.
I don't
Okay.
remember that name at
Definitely
all.
I don't either.
It doesn't ring a bell.
already forgot it.
unfortunately.
No.
Lyra.
Lyra
Sounds like a
LaRue.
disease or a candy. I'm not
LaRue.
really not sure which one.
Brit, do a Sandpoint lore on that name. Not to play your character,
Have
but
we heard? Like, did someone say this name out loud?
Was it Quink, maybe?
I mean, in like this moment, like what would proc him
Oh.
to think about that? You know?
I think someone had read it or something, right?
Yes, somebody would have had to read it just now.
Okay.
Okay.
Lyra LaRue. Anybody, does that ring a bell?
Does that name have a particular lore involved we could recall knowledge with?
You can roll something. Whatever
That's
you think's
helpful.
appropriate.
I'm
Just
gonna
roll something.
Do Sandpoint lore.
You
Roll thievery.
Calliope, while that's going on, Calliope is going to say, the activating these portals seems like, though we have the information to do so, it could be helpful to go places. Not knowing what's on the other end of these could immediately backfire. I don't personally think that we should try to turn these on. That's not knowing what
know.
looks back from the other side of the veil, so to speak.
Yeah, no, that might be a good point, Calliope.
See if we might research more. Broderick might have more details, or we can investigate that further, but don't want to flip the switch to on quite yet. Probably.
Even if we wanted to, that'd be quite a bit of work, from what it seems like.
Yes. Also, probably not a phrase that I would normally say. Flip the switch to on doesn't seem like a fantasy saying.
Calliope just has knowledge of the future. That's
Exactly. We should
Calliope's
check
secretly
the
a
breaker
Starfinder
box
character.
to see if the breaker was tripped. They plugged in too many ovens on this circuit.
Too many ovens.
You can't run the microwave and the toaster oven on the same outlet.
But Mom!
Story of my life.
That's fairly true.
That was fairly accurate too. I was like, dang, you've sold me.
While you guys are having that conversation, Silflay, while you were kind of, tell me how you were just dropping these bodies off. You just opened a door and then trying to fling them in to Lord Longfingers.
Sling 'em in.
So I drag the sin spawn over, and when I get to the threshold, I don't know Aklo, so I'm going to yell out in Goblin.
As per your agreement, I'm bringing you food.
And with that, cross the threshold and just put them in. I'm only going into the room as much as I need to get the body in there. I'm small enough that, and I'm not throwing anybody, so I need to drag him in.
Yeah. Fair.
But yeah, so I yell it in Goblin. I don't know if Lord Longfinger speaks it, understands it at all, but that's my guess. I will wait a minute to see if they respond. Otherwise, I'll just keep doing the same thing with bodies. If Longfingers does appear, I will try to have a conversation with them in Goblin. But if not, I'm just stacking the flesh. Not sure I like that phrase, but that's what
I was
I'm
going to
doing.
say that.
I was thinking about it, and I was like,
a lot of different interpretations of that phrase.
Back in the flesh.
Okay. It takes you probably an hour a body to get in there. So
To
you
stack that
take the
flesh.
entire time to grab all four of the sin spawn, or
Oh, no. One sin spawn, the rest goblins, because there are
Okay.
other goblins in the closer room.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't see anything or movement, but maybe When you turn around to go grab another body, by the time you come back, the previous body you put there is gone. And that happens for every single one.
Yeah, I just nod and
I'll keep bringing what I can.
I just say that in Goblin, and yeah, I will continue to drag the bodies as I can until I get yelled at by the party.
Okay. All right, so we'll say that at this point the 4 hours has passed. That's all the information you guys have gathered and researched. Silflay, you've moved one sin spawn and all the goblins out of the throne room. What do you guys do from here?
It's so nice of Silflay to clean up the room. I wonder where she was putting the bodies.
I'm sure it was down into the pit or something.
I'm glad they don't have to be around us anymore. They were just gross.
Maybe
Well, if he's like,
Silflay.
What?
Yeah, you see the room just missing one sin spawn.
Record scratch.
Yeah, there's like a plasma trail of whatever their blood is.
Ugh.
Well,
Icker.
huh.
Maybe she just took him out to burn him. You know, spread the ashes.
Just nice that they're out of the way.
Well, I don't know. Okay, whatever.
Irrelevant. Moving on.
Yes, we spent all this time. I've been bleeding out a little bit. I'm gonna take a moment to.
Maybe that's
enough
why
time
you're
has
confused.
passed. I'm going to treat wounds on myself.
Brip, aren't you good with the medicine stuff?
Yeah, I can do that. Hiya.
Are you expert?
Let me check. Probably not. No.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I'm a dude.
Puts his tools back.
Thank you, Britt. But actually, you know what? Do you mind? Do you mind? Oh, dude, do I hurt
Natural
myself with a
one.
natural one?
Pretty confident you do.
Yep, that's damage.
Okay, well, that's fucking 48 points of damage. We have to go
Inside
back
die.
4, just 1 or 4? I don't know what that
Oh, sorry.
D10 was. My bad.
Do you want me to give it a try now?
Yes, I'm a little distracted, as it were.
You've lost a lot of blood. It's not your fault.
There we go. It was a success.
Oh, it's only 1d8.
kind of.
Okay. I thought you deal damage to yourself equal to whatever it is.
I thought it was only one, but I was like, I don't know. It could be something different.
I just healed the damage you did to yourself.
All right. Listen,
Better
I'm not
than
good
you
with the
were
medicine
before.
stuff, but I do have one. I have one of these, and he holds up his staff. So Iggy's gonna use that staff to do a little healing fire spell on Calliope's wounds, cauterize them.
Oh, oh, it's hot.
I just hold still and breathe. Breathe deeply.
Hot.
Let me pull up a spell here. Wish there were a more efficient way to do this with items and such.
What is our plan? Are we going to seek the doors beyond Lord Longfingers or return to the surface? I'm not sure where your connection with your magics are for the moment. I'm not sure if a rest is required for you. Giddy and Silflay, that is.
So Flay is still out doing stuff till you guys go find her.
There's 14 points of healing for you.
Ah, yay.
Well, I mean, my magic takes a little bit longer to recover. I'm doing all right though. I think I got enough juice left in me, so to speak.
Well, okay.
Although I
What?
did just use another spell to heal you, so maybe
Oh, shit. Well, I
eh,
appreciate it.
it should be fine. I think.
Yeah, well, we just spent a lot of time looking over these documents. Let's go get Silflay and continue the conversation as a whole party. So
Yeah,
we can get
maybe.
caught up on the show.
Head up north too.
Yeah.
By up north, I mean back up to the surface.
Surface, yes.
I think when you guys go out, you have to go out past the throne room. And you see Silflay walking out of the tunnel that Galunk fled from. And she's just kind of like walking, shoulders are heavy. You see her looking down. And she just kind of looks up.
Oh, how'd your research session go?
Well,
Good.
We
Took
found
a
out.
while.
We found out some things about the flume.
Oh,
I almost
And,
got a paper cut. First time.
He did. It was very tragic. It's quite sad. But you know, he's here. He's alive.
Almost bled out.
Well,
You're barely injured.
right.
Yeah.
We were thinking about taking what we did find back to Mr. Quink.
that makes sense. I haven't explored around too much, but I haven't been bothered. So I don't think there are any goblins left here.
Yeah, what were you doing that whole time, Silflay?
I was making sure that the agreement was kept.
Looks very slowly over at Calliope through his peripheral.
She kind of like closes her eyes and like you see her mouth moving. And she's basically saying like, please, Pharasma, I didn't know. Like, don't. I'm already not feeling great. You could just give me one more chance here. I'm sorry. Thank you. I will keep a better eye on her and won't let this happen again. Just like kind of like you don't hear any of this, but you can see her mouth moving. Like she probably has her head down and her hood's like covering her eyes, but you can just see her lips moving as she says this kind of stuff and is like, whatever. It's understandable. That's
Working with
There's-
Silflay is like working with Deadpool.
we can try to go to where the goblin dogs were kept into their stables, so to speak, or I know we haven't explored that area.
I
as
still
was
have
mentioned
this key.
multiple times. Oh yes.
Oh, what's the key go to?
I have no idea.
That is true.
Could be something really important.
Well, I vote we go down to the southeast, and then we can, if so inclined, as the agreement was kept, we can go through and potentially see beyond with Lord Longfingers. It creeps me out to say that name.
Yeah, it's a little uncomfy.
Yeah.
Kind of like Daddy Longleg.
Ugh, I hate that too.
It's like, well, I really hope they're talking about a spider.
Ugh.
Went from benign to sexual.
I beg your pardon?
I just keep walking.
Okay. Well,
Watch out. Oh,
what? Is that
don't
something?
step there. We put caltrops there.
Ah,
Oh, right.
I think Calliope would have known that. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Well, somebody pick up the toys?
Anybody got a
Just mind your step.
I
The
guess they're
goblins
small.
took some with them.
anybody got a bouncy ball? We can play jacks with the caltrops.
I have more. Don't worry.
As Calliope and the rest of you fall in line behind her, to the south of this tunnel, you see where there were the goblin dog trainers, you assume? Looked like they had bedding laid out, and you can see a door open further to the south where there's just piles of hay and detritus where you see, like, just, it smells like shit and piss. You assume that's where the
Cool.
kennel is. A little bit further to the south, beyond the bedding of this room. But directly to the east, 10 feet in front of Calliope, is a very large barricade from floor to ceiling.
Well, this is an imposing door. I think let's scout out and make sure everything is clear to the south here, and then
I'll go
take
ahead.
a look. Thanks, Brip. Go ahead and take a look.
He's on the ceiling, so it's like he's got such a tactical advantage. He's in his the hut, you know.
How the ceilings are 10 feet?
Yes, 10 feet high.
Yeah. Calliope and Brip are like almost touching heads if they're like right on top of one another. I envision her just like tilting her head back and like, Brip, go take a look.
All right, Rip, so you head down into the dog kennel, and it reeks of animal filth. There's clouds of dust. You think it's dust, but you look closer and it's fleas. Just kind of hovering
Out
around.
of here. So glad he went on the ceiling.
Yeah.
It's all clear over here, but don't go in the south room. You're gonna get fleas.
Nice.
Goblin fleas.
Oh, those are the worst kind of fleas. I haven't had them since I was, well, some amount of years old. Not good at counting.
Well, if it's all clear, everything else good. There's nothing. I'm gonna listen.
While you're listening, I'm gonna carefully look in this bedding area and see if maybe something got left behind.
Looks like it's been picked clean. They were part of the original wave of goblins that you tricked, and then the call to leave was made, and they were aware of, somewhat aware of what's happening, and looks like they left nothing behind except their nasty bedding.
And they're fleas.
And they're fleas. You don't hear anything beyond the door, but it is covered in just random bits of wood and stone. You'd have to take some time to clear it out or try to burst through the door with an athletics check.
Kool-Aid man, that bitch.
There's the
Well,
check and the
I-
check.
Oh yeah.
I've definitely said in the past that I do enjoy opening a closed door with my foot, so stand back, everyone.
That's true.
No,
I do
I must
remember
admit,
this.
I am feeling, again, enfeebled, almost doubly so, but here we go.
You succeed.
Cool.
The door bursts open to reveal a tunnel about 10 feet tall. Also, it takes a slow turn to the south after traveling eastward for about 20 feet. Calliope, as you enter, though, you take note of the ceiling and the tops of the walls being completely covered in spider webs. A bit finer than the webs you saw compared to Lord Longfinger's realm, and it is just the top.
Uh-oh. This might be Lord Shortfinger's lair.
Brip is walking up on the ceiling behind you. Does Brip notice? Or should Brip
you
make a
can
roll?
See immediately that the ceiling's covered in curtain of webs.
So then he would drop to the ground.
I'm not sure.
It's like they knew I was going to be able to climb in here.
Robert added this. I'm just gonna go take a quick look around the corner. Don't want to go in too far.
Okay, be careful and be quiet.
Clank, 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 clank.
Right.
Yeah.
Full plate.
You get directly underneath where the carpet of webs kind of begin on the ceiling, and you can see that there's hundreds of thousands of long-legged arachnids.
As opposed to the
Gross.
short-legged arachnids.
Gross. Freaking me out, man.
Calliope sounds like she's not having a good time in there.
No.
Everything okay?
She looks fine from here. She's just standing. Oh, she went around the corner now.
I'm gonna come with you. I'll stay.
It's just like when you're getting into cold water and like you have to hype yourself up to like dunk
Should we just
your balls
get
into the
out
water. It's like,
and just
all right,
light
I'm gonna
the
step
whole
around the
thing
corner.
on fire?
I don't
Did
know.
somebody say
if,
fire?
If
Sorry for
Longfingers
interrupting
would
you,
like
Dylan.
that.
No, you're totally fine. I don't know what I'm doing.
That's probably true. I don't think Longfingers would like that at all, actually. If we want to make an enemy, that would probably be a surefire way, no pun intended.
Haha.
This hall looks like it goes on into the darkness. Coming back, I can feel my skin crawling there's bugs on me.
Yeah, it just goes all the way to the south and stops.
Yeah, it looks like it actually descends deeper into the pit.
Oh no, it's deeper.
What if we feed the fleas, the dusty fleas, to the spiders?
Would you like to go grab them? That you can be my guest.
I mean, I was gonna volunteer somebody else personally, but
No.
Yes, no, thank you.
Would
Well, I
you
wonder. Well, no, what?
would you want to talk to the Lord Longfingers on the other side? You seem to be the only one able to communicate with them, though.
Yeah, okay. She's kind of like every little thing, like she feels like there's a bug on her. Like after you see a spider when you're about to go to bed, and then you're like, there's a bug on me.
Where
She's
is it?
got like that hypersensitive thing to like bugs being around now. She's like, yeah, let's go talk. Let's get out of here. Between the fleas and the spiders.
yeah.
Well, hopefully
I agree.
nothing
The
comes
sooner the better.
through this between the time we leave and come back. If we do.
Well, just watch the cow traps here. I know they kind of blend into the shadows.
So I imagine at some point, Calliope is standing there, and there ends up really being a spider on you. But Brip does a frog tongue and just eats the spider.
Oh yeah, Brip, isn't this basically a candy store for you?
Yeah, there's lots of snacks here.
Okay, you guys make your way back through the throne room and to the door where Galunk had ran off to from there to the west, and back at one of the entrances to Lord Longfinger's realm.
Well, I am, so you say, Silflay, that you've delivered the agreement, correct?
I did the best I could, yes.
Okay, well, we'll see. See what happens. She opens the door and tentatively takes a step in. It's like starts speaking Aklo and it's like, greetings. We've come back to your realm.
Yes, and we appreciate the offerings much. These juicy meat gifts have brought and sated the hunger of my children. And you see the thick sheets of web kind of vibrate. You don't hear anything though, other than his voice echoing through. the darkness of the chamber, and then he says, "Please, step towards me, front and center, so I may see the face of whom I speak to." And you see this dark silhouette just beyond the thick webs here, to the west.
Calliope takes another step in, and then like kind of looks over her shoulder and is like, in common, "Are you fucking coming?" Or nah, bro.
Yeah. I'll step up and to the side of you.
Okay.
Come
Here?
have an audience with me properly.
I
Okay.
don't know what he's saying. Am I in the right spot?
I think I'm supposed to stay right here. That's what.
Almost out of nowhere, it seems like, as he says that, there's an opening that's pulled away like a curtain from
So
the
cool.
darkness above, giving you an open and clear space to walk into in this 10 by 10 area at the center of this chamber.
Neat. That's so
You don't-
cool.
You don't hear it, but you can see it happening in front of you with all your dark vision.
I
I humbly request that we, if possible, speak in a more common language that my compatriots might be able to understand as well, if possible.
I only speak this language, and
Well, don't do that again, please. That made my no offense, it made my skin crawl. But that's probably human evolution. I almost said engineering. That's not the right word. She kind of is like very tentatively stepping forward.
Okay.
Oh, that's a die roll from somebody. Okay.
I was like, not I.
Is this close enough?
just as you step forward, where like the sheet of web is, you see that like out of the darkness, this Lord Longfingers appears. Within, no, he's probably not that close. He's probably 5 feet away, but
Okay.
still
Like
uncomfortable.
right in front of me, like, oh. Yeah. Hello.
Again, this creature stands at about like 5'8", maybe, hunched over with a
Okay.
very insectoid-like head, 8 eyes, just an open claw-like mouth,
Predator
holding
face.
several thick ropes made of web, and at the end of either side of this rope are these large black hooks. But he's not holding them. Oh, those aren't hooks. Those are his fingers. Never mind. He's also holding the rope, but he's maybe using the claws to help him walk forward a little bit. Doesn't need to, but maybe that's just the way he walks. Makes him look that much
Captain
more
Hook
creepy.
looking different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool aesthetic.
Oh, here you go. That's for the audience.
Mm. Yeah,
He's
he's
looking
icky.
cool.
I don't like that.
Oh.
Ugh.
Well, thank you to my friend Silflay here, who was gracious enough, she says with a tone, to provide you what you asked for.
I shrink a little bit at the tone.
Yeah, there's kind of inflection alone while she's speaking in Aklo. I hope that will keep us on friendly terms for quite a long time.
Yes, indeed. I am as the goblins once called me, Lord Longfingers. And as he says that, you see from the darkness above a strange crown made of webs and bones of all sorts kind of sit strangely on his head. Just on strings, just slowly settles on the top of his head. And,
This guy's cool.
You see that he's got several gems kind of stuck in him also.
It's the pimp spider.
Pimp spider.
My children are very happy with the juicy meats. As I said, they would like to show their thanks. And from either side of Silflay, Giddy, and Ignara, you see these large black and red hunting spiders kind of slowly creep down from the ceiling above. They look like giant spiders. And
My
they
least
do,
favorite.
They do like this strange, like, it looks like I guess the equivalent would be
Feels so bad.
a human doing a crunch. They do that with their body and abdomen.
They're just
And,
big dogs.
Equivalent to whatever a nod would be. And
Oh,
then
I was
they,
like, why are they doing an ab workout right now?
I thought they were humping the air at us.
It's a spider
Yeah.
curtsy.
They're
that's
just
one
flexing, just like,
interpretation.
you even lift bro.
Lifting their bodies. But then they give you guys space after that.
Do I do arm day or leg day?
It's always
I have
leg
8
day
of
when you're a
them.
spider. Every day's leg day.
Calliope does convey that, like, they are saying thank you per Lord Longfingers. Don't worry there. That's all it is apparently a wave of some kind.
Giddy is clutching for dear life on Ignara's leg right now.
How
Well-
may I be of assistance?
Well, I will. First, I had a question regarding another tunnel on the eastern portion of this cavern that we just encountered with many other spider webs, such as these, but much thinner and only along the ceiling. We came to a path that seemed to lead down, but felt we shouldn't enter it quite yet. Do you know where that leads, or what that is?
Down.
I am unfamiliar with those webs, unfortunately. However, I do hear when the goblins are quiet, as rare as that is, the chitterings.
Hey.
I believe those are long legs of some kind. It seems like they are trapped between here and the lair below, though I cannot tell you what is behind them or below them.
Well, we opened the door, so hopefully nothing too bad. And then she turns to the group and is like, he doesn't know what those other spiders are, or where that path leads, unfortunately. So
Should we ask him about the key, or should we just keep that between us for now?
I can definitely ask him if you'd like to pull it out.
I'll pull out the key slowly.
Yeah. And then back in Aklo, do you recognize this or know what it might open?
He shakes his strange head.
I think you
No.
understand that, Silflay.
Yes. Yeah.
I put it away.
Are there other areas that we might explore beyond here that would hold of any significance, or are they all protected by you and already cleared of the goblins you don't want around here?
There is this door, and he points to the south behind him. None of you can really see it, but it's around the corner and directly behind him. He says that. How do I say this?
There's a Pharasman longsword in this room. Just kidding.
There is a door that has been barricaded. I don't care enough to pass through it, but that does also lead to an area below this one. Don't know how far below or where it goes about. Feel free to try and break the barricade there. Beyond these doors, to either the east or west of this chamber, to the south, there are a nest of gremlins that I've been keeping at bay. Sometimes eating, but yes, they seem to have carved out a small territory here.
Are gremlins undead?
I don't think so.
Okay.
They seem to be
I feel
quite
like
alive
Calliope
and
should have,
very
like-
annoying.
Okay. Yeah, if you've seen Gremlins, I envision like all of them just like bopping around and like being hella crazy. Well, okay, well, he said there's a nest of gremlins that he's been keeping at bay, and I don't know, another door that's barricaded that he doesn't know what goes beyond, but believes it leads below. He hasn't broken down. Is there any other questions I should ask? I am uncomfortable as fuck right now being the one to talk to this man thing guy.
I can't think of anything.
With Rib Nugget out of the way, is there any other reason that we need to venture further in?
Quite honestly, I don't think so.
Is this the same? We were guessing that this is the other end of the tunnel, right? From below Sandpoint? Should we try to go down and find the other end? To make sure it's not used? There was, that person that left the note, right? They collapsed the tunnel.
Wolveraps. If I ever see him again, or if for the first time, he's gonna be dead again.
The first time for the last time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. It's a great point. We should. I am not sure if this tunnel or the other one. Should we venture down an unfamiliar path or potentially break down? Excuse me, Lord Longfingers. I'm confirming with my friends here. Sorry to. We're not trying to be rude. I'm just making sure that we're all on the same page here.
You're fine.
Make sure that he's not gonna like claw her in the back.
We're quite full, and he takes his long clawed, curved claw and kind of scratches his belly.
Ew.
His very bloated belly.
Well, we could. He
When
did
can
say
we get
there's
out
a
of here?
there's a pathway that's blocked. We could go try to break down this other barricade and check that one, or there's the one on the far side. I guess
Well-
both are equally mysterious. Should we spend the night in the teleporter room? And
Ooh.
I'm not sure. Heading back to town seems like it'll take a long time. I'm not sure. I'm open to your opinions, please.
If we're here and this is something that we need to tie up, it makes sense. It's a long journey back. Yeah.
I don't think we need to oust the gremlins. It seems like the Lord Longfingers has that under control. I'm assuming it would only be these two tunnels, but yes, I'm not sure what else what else to take a look at?
There's a whole pit outside too.
There.
Grip is sort of scared, so he's not offering up any options. He's like hoping everyone just decides not to go because I think he's pretty spooked with this creature. It looks like something he would normally eat, but bigger and scarier.
Mm-hmm.
So like the food chain just flipped on him. He's still like got this taste of spider in his mouth, you know, and comes in here and he's like,
Yeah.
like, oops, you know, like.
I mean, oh boy. I think I like the option back there behind Mr. Longboy, rather than the other spooky spider tunnel, but that's just me.
Do you think that we should try to recoup some energy before exploring further?
It might not hurt, but
You may want to ask. We might have to maybe bring more of those spawn here.
Lord Longfingers, how long until you would require another feeding, just out of curiosity?
Ugh. After that, maybe a week.
Oh, shit.
Quite sated.
He says we have about a week.
wow,
So,
wow, slow metabolism.
yes, that definitely is helpful to know. Well, then I would love to sleep and regain some energy. Trying not to say hit point, sorry. We spent 4 hours and we walked out here. It's got to be close to evening at least, right?
Yeah.
I would think so.
Yeah, it's approaching evening.
Yeah, we may. It has been a long day of fights and conversation.
I mean,
Is
I'm
anyone-
not opposed to taking a rest, but where are we gonna do it? You know, down here.
I do think that we'll be safe. Head back to the teleportation room and clear it of corpses, respectfully, and potentially barricade the door up with some of the
I
benches
could,
in there.
attempt to jam the knob too, to where it's sort of locked, and then they would have to either take time to unlock it with their tools if they had them, or break the door down, and giving us some time to react.
Well, I would like to at least see if I can break this barricade down first before we. No, we should leave it barricaded in the event that something awful comes out and is worse than
Yes,
old.
we should definitely leave it closed while we're sleeping.
Yes. Well, are we all good with that?
Yes.
I think so.
I'll try to sleep.
Do we need to curtsy or anything?
Um,
I don't.
Unfortunately, can I ask? I'll ask him. Lord, back in Aklo, Lord Longfingers. Don't know why I said your name so sing-songy. I apologize. I'm very tired. My friends and I have had a long day, but we would ask to visit you again on the morrow after a night's rest. And do you? I understand your title is Lord Longfingers. Culturally speaking, should we bow or curtsy? We mean no disrespect, but want to make sure that
Is
you understand.
this what you would do normally?
I suppose.
Yes. Ah, yes. Do
Uh,
that.
Calliope's like, yeah, he He's not sure, but yeah, do it.
Okay.
Just a head nod is whatever seems appropriate. And then Calliope like bows and starts to back away without taking your eyes off of him. Says we'll return on the morrow to convene again. Thank you for your audience.
He disappears back into the darkness, and as you all back out, the sheets of webs kind of close behind you. It's a curtain.
Get
following
me
you.
out of there. We're gonna go up here, right, guys?
Yeah, I think we go back to the teleporter room.
Oh, it's well lit in here.
I actually end up turning right, and now that the goblin is gone, I'm gonna go in and look through
Tunch's shit.
his. Yeah,
Oh, good call.
yeah. I want to see if he left anything in there. I'll probably tag Brip as Brip walks out. It's like,
Rip, we should go look in Tunch's stuff.
Don't close the door on me. I
Sorry.
don't want to be locked in there. No, thank you. Giddy lays down by the fire for a minute.
Okay.
It's
It's smoldering at this point.
Well, I can fix that problem.
Yeah. But as Brip and Silflay, you kind of sift through Tunch's workshop and find just a lot of scraps, materials, and loose material, building materials, screws, nails, rocks used as hammers, hammers without handles, handles without hammerheads.
Could I collect some of this stuff to build a trap, like a makeshift trap with a thievery check over our door?
Sure.
He would just collect a bunch of, maybe like a bucket and some rope and a bunch of stuff in it, or something like that.
Sure.
Setting booty traps.
Yeah.
is there any? Does Sausage have any like shedded fur in here?
Oh yeah. Lots of it.
I'm gonna collect a handful, kind of hold it up to Brip. And say,
Maybe with this, we can find him and free him before Tunch. It makes him into a statue.
I feel like at that moment you would see like Brip's fear go away and like this like heroic eyes of like he would just be like, "You're right. That's why we're here. Why else would we have been sent here than to save that animal?"
Free sausage.
My sausage senses are tingling.
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah, it's like scrying on sausage with his hair.
just totally reinvigorated now,
Well, we'll probably have to talk to somebody in town, though, because I don't know how to do that. I've just heard about it, but
I kind of ball up the fur and put it away.
at least we have a chance.
Awesome. All right, and you guys head back into the throne room. There's a campfire. The fire pit's going thanks to Giddy, and you guys settle in for the night. We're gonna take a short break, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes, folks. Stick around.
I was
See
just
where
about
the
to
rest of
ask.
the night takes us. So we'll be right back
After these messages.
Yeah.
We'll be right
Scrying is a 6th level.
Baby, we're back, we're back, we're back. That's the wrong map, Baby, we're back, we're back. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We're back for part 2 of episode 49. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but here we are. The party is resting after talking to Lord Longfingers and avoiding a... Sorry, I got the burpees. A hallway of ceiling long-legged spiders that thing is, only it kind of knows about. The party's rested. Welcome back. I could use some rest myself.
Oh,
Let's
we
talk
done
about
did
what
rested?
happens. What? No, not yet.
Oh.
Something happens
Doom
as you
approaches.
rest. For everybody listening at home, that's what appears when I press pause on Foundry. You all get pretty restful sleep. However, as you are resting, someone has a dream.
Oh no.
Calliope, you are visited
Oh, gosh.
by a spirit.
Didn't realize my mic was still on mute. Hello, everybody.
First.
Whoopsies.
Whoops. I was like, Good thing I didn't really say anything.
Calliope,
Yeah.
as you settle
Nervous.
in this study where you had dispatched of Chief Rip Nugget, you settle in maybe on a chair next to a bench filled with papers, ancient Thessalonian papers and books and scrolls. Your eyes grow heavy, and you fade away into sleep. Your dream is it's just gray for a little bit until you start to see the gray turn into clouds moving away from your vision, and then a field of endless grave markers, each blank but humming with an echo. You know that these are many unsaid souls, unnamed souls. You feel a wind kind of caress your face, and then you find yourself standing at the precipice of this cracked marble ruin. It's a mix with stone. It could be not a monastery, but maybe an old cathedral of sorts. But behind it, you see a crescent moon that glows high above. And then from the pale moonlight, almost out of nowhere, a figure descends without footsteps. It's cloaked in a very gray, frayed cloak, and face is veiled in this silver mesh, almost like chainmail, but not so thick. The figure resembles a female, and they're wearing a robe that shimmers like flowing ash, and it's threaded with runes and stars that are all representative of Pharasma and her constellation. Carries no weapon, but only a lantern made of bone and starlight from within. As she comes around the corner of this ruin, it's very neutral, but firm, and you feel it not only in your body, but also your soul. It seems that this is some kind of inevitable meeting. And this voice rings out. Why does your hand remain still?
It was only stilled momentarily, waiting for the right time to strike.
A warren of dead festers.
A perceived greater undead has been dispatched.
She tilts her head, almost like bird-like. Perceived. Yes. But, again, there is this warren of ghouls.
Calliope sighs, like loses a bit of her posture and kind of shrinks in a little bit and nods. I
You are not
understand.
cursed for failing to act. You're cursed because you know that action is demanded.
An action shall occur.
Their head tilts again, maybe in a nod. Very quick, a little disturbing. You still have time, but not forever. And then she raises the lantern, and your vision is kind of sucked into it as you wake.
Yeah, I think she would wake up pretty calm. She's had weird, interactive, prophetic dreams her entire life. So to her, this is kind of just another Tuesday morning, waking up from an interesting dream, and is kind of just slowly comes to and looks around the room and sits up straighter and starts to pray and meditate. And if it's morning, if it feels like a full rest has occurred, she
Everybody's
would
gotten their full rest.
got it kind of silently wake up and go about her morning business without interacting with anyone else. And her paint on her face is probably, without being able to properly remove and reapply it down here, is kind of cracked and streaked with sweat and extra dirt, so she doesn't look as clean as she might prefer to in the morning, but she goes about her ritual kind of silently.
Okay, yeah, and everybody else begins to stir.
Anybody wake up with any spiders on them this time?
Yeah, I'd like breakfast.
You know, Brip, that's not where I was thinking, but I understand.
I I would have popped off of a lay on hands before the end of the night to get me back up to full health, just
Oh,
for the
sure.
record.
Go do that and get your focus point back.
Yeah. Does one of my enfeebleds go away?
It should have. If it didn't, it would. Just
It
one.
didn't. I'll pop one down. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Oh. After some stretches and putting armor back on, she kind of like cracks her neck and stretches out her back a little bit, and Piece says, I do feel a lot better and frankly feel invigorated. I know we've discussed some things, but my priority must change to ensuring that Wolgar Rabs is eliminated. Though he might not be an immediate threat, it's something that I cannot continue to allow to happen. So I am hopeful that one of these tunnels leads us in that direction, but if it doesn't, as soon as I know that to be certain, I'll have to return to Sandpoint, the cathedral, the boneyard there, and below. I can understand if that does not align with your views or needs, but that is what I'll be doing.
We
Giddy is currently communing with Ignara in order to mechanically change spells around, but you're not quite sure what he's doing over there. You just see that his eyes look like they're on fire as
Ooh.
he has his hands on Ignara, and like he's kind of staring up into the sky. Um, that's what's happening while this is going on.
Yeah. So Flay just seems to be like looking at you. Not sure if she's like studying you after you said that, but
If you go underneath Sandpoint to rid it of something, and if you're going to do something that would inevitably protect the town, I'll go with you.
Is there an option to talk to these individuals first? They did leave a note saying they just wanted to be left alone. Perhaps we can. Is the only option elimination?
From my point of view, that is the only option.
And if we are not enough to do that,
Meaning we perish in the attempt to?
or if an assault does not seem in our favor, I don't know. I will travel with you, but I don't think we are aligned in this.
I understand and appreciate you at least coming along for the long walk, as it were. Can't ask you to put yourself on the line that way, but my God has asked me to, and I will. She's like clutching Dormition too at her hip. It's like attuning to this, just like
Does
feeling this or this pharasmic energy off of the holy dagger.
Calliope would know that that wasn't exactly Pharasma, but maybe a herald.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, she's
Some
attributing all of
psycho.
this to like full on. This is Pharasma through, not directly. Pharasma didn't come down and be like, "Yo, what up? I'm Pharasma. You
Yeah.
should have done that shit." Like she gets that it is a messenger, probably a messenger's messenger. Honestly, it's very much low on the ladder of import within the church, but the message remains the same. She doesn't mention any of this being a dream either. She's just basically like, I am doing this. Again, if I have to handle this alone, I understand, but I'm doing
Let
it.
us let us go, and I will see.
Understood. Worst case, I can ask you to guard my back, but do no harm. I'm not sure. Again, we will have to see, but I am duty bound to this course.
I stand up and walk over and like walk up to walk relatively up to you. So,
We've been through enough in this short time. We may not align, but I am not going to stand against you. So you can count on that. I wanted to believe in second chances. But we came in and we did exactly what I've done before. Burn goblins. So I've already passed where I wanted to be. I would love to provide a second chance for other people because I don't get one. But if it comes down to it, I will assist you. Just know that I don't want to do it anymore.
Maybe in that moment, everybody kind of flashes back to remembering Gerlong say, "It's her! You brought her here!
Hmm.
Murder!"
Mm.
As he runs out.
So, Flay, I can empathize, but in all honesty, what we want pales in comparison to what our gods demand of us. You may pray however you do, but our desires in
God.
the long run,
Not my God.
whatever your God is, does have plans beyond your wishes. You may unknowingly be carrying them out each time you do what it is you don't want to. I'm not saying this to upset you or tell you that your point of view is incorrect. I'm trying to propose another perspective on this.
This is the path that my God have chosen. It's not a very good God. I'm with you. I just don't like it. I don't like this moment. But I'm with you.
I'm gonna go walk and step away from the party for a little bit.
Well, I hope at the very least the rest of you can agree with Silflay here. Again, I don't ask for you to act if you do not see it to be fit or some other way of wording that. I'm a little flustered by that confrontation, if you could call it that, but I know, again, my conscience is clear. I know what I need to do.
And Giddy snaps back into the current moment after communing. Just like, I feel like I missed something very important, but all I came back into at the end there was something about. Wait, what? What about burning goblins?
Jeez.
Had to be there.
I'm glad I wasn't.
Well, put your mind at ease. The plan is to no longer do that if possible, but circumstances may arise again where that is the only option, unfortunately. Well,
I mean, as long as I'm not related to him, I suppose.
Oh my
No.
god.
given that we would be the ones, you in particular might be the one doing the burning, I suppose that choice lies with you. Is everyone ready to go talk to Lord Longfingers now? I'm not really ready to, but hopefully this tunnel leads back to Sandpoint and Wolver Rabs.
Are we sure we
Lead the
can't
way.
burn long fingers while we're at it?
I, given he's helped us and he's not an undead, it does not feel right to kill him out for being a weirdo.
I suppose that's a fair enough statement. And lead the way.
So I do share your disgust of the creature. I will be honest, he is unsettling.
Are we still enfeebled, or is that gone now?
If you were enfeebled one, it should have gone away. If not, you can tap it. Tap it.
Okay.
Also, I have thermal remedy. I'm sure that's gone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll bring it back when we get closer. When we get ready to move into something expected, I'll feed the party more rations. But it only lasts officially for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to be calculated about it.
Sylphe walks very purposefully. And in this morning, she has stowed the shield that she's been wearing on her back and is going back to her old school. She has her longsword ready, currently on her back, but with this new side piece, she might be throwing a dagger around. So returning dagger is so fucking cool. I'm so excited about that thing. But yeah, so then knock on the door and then go in.
Okay, yeah, you guys walk in.
Announce ourselves in Aklo.
You don't hear any sound.
It's so unnerving how fucking quiet it is. Well, good morning. Hello? Nothing?
Nothing. You walk
I
through
don't hear anything.
the thick sheets of
Yeah.
webbing. Again, it's all difficult terrain. But yeah, they let you. Well, you're not sure if anybody's even here at this point.
Be ready. Be on your guard. Lord Longfingers. She like kind of calls out again in Aklo.
It's quiet.
Hey yo, bitch. No,
Hey yo, spindly bitch.
it's me, Spidey
Hey,
Beach.
hey, Spidey ho.
Well, I don't know if he's asleep or maybe he's Souffle. Do you suppose if he ate one of those greed spawns, he would something very fucking bad would happen?
No.
Nar.
Perfect reply. Oh, okay. I'm put at ease by your words. Or your
Are
word.
you? Are you
No,
though?
God, no. Jesus, no. Oh, I'm so scared. I hate having to be in the front here. Oh, well. Shit.
If we TPK again, I'll make a tank. Got you.
I just built maybe too much RP into the quote unquote tank. Well, okay, hold on. Let's everybody back out.
Oh, I just got here. Okay.
Let's go back into the hall.
Yeah.
And just say like,
What is happening?
yo, and I can't hear anything in there and he will not reply to me. Should we try the other tunnel?
Did you
Honestly,
just say yo?
Did I? I blacked out there for a moment in fear. My dudes.
I mean, you have a
what do you
very
think?
interesting parlance every once in a while.
My dudes.
Yeah, I dropped out of school. I hung out with the wrong crowd. They smoked a lot of flay leaf. So I picked up some weird vernacular that sometimes slips out in moments of
Flayleaf.
stress.
That stuff grows all over the swamp.
Didn't we we fulfilled our side of the deal, right? So
Yes, I'm just
we should be allowed to walk through.
either that or we could try the other tunnel. That was my only thought. Maybe the other tunnel where we don't know there could be a threat might be a better option than the one where there could be a threat. I am not. I just want to make sure the options are on the table.
You mentioned it was around the corner and barricaded.
Yes.
Don't think we're facing spiders on the other side.
maybe that's where what they're keeping down there is that they mentioned.
This is your mission, Calliope.
Fuck.
I'll follow your lead.
Whichever one involves less spiders, I'm in favor of.
Well, they
I
both.
don't mind the small ones.
The problem is, you don't know where the big ones are in webs like that. Well, all right. I'm going to roll a flat check because I'm not going to decide. I'm going to live by the die and die by the die. And 1 through 10 will be the door in this tunnel, and 11 through 20 will be the other tunnel. So let's see what a 1d20 flat check is. That's a 17. I don't feel comfortable with this one. I think we should check out the other side.
Oh, it's so funny.
We saw the giant spiders that hid come out of nowhere. I'm worried something's gone awry.
Calliope, did I just witness you essentially flip a coin to the
Mentally,
side?
yes. I eeny, meeny, miny, mowed this bitch.
Did you make sure the coin was balanced? I know Fraz was all about balance.
Exactly, yes. I see what you did there.
We don't have an agreement with whatever is on the other side.
Hey, I understand, but agreement or not, I don't know, I'm in my head. Fuck.
This is the greatest adventure of my life.
I don't know why I have such a problem with this. Silflay, roll. Give me an intimidation.
You turn, and then Silflay, after this confrontation from last night, is kind of like just stuck a foot down and is looking up at you. Yeah, sure. Skills.
Well, I want it to be against
This
my
is fun.
intimidation DC, which
I'll let you know.
okay.
All right. You succeed, Silflay.
Oh.
Yeah. So you turn around and just
This is your mission. You need to stop being wishy-washy. Go through the damn curtains of spider silk and go to the place that we agreed upon. I don't want to go hunting ghouls, but I'm here because I trust you.
That level of confidence. Calliope fixes her posture a little bit and swallows and lifts her head up, and I understand. I apologize.
If they turn on us, I will burn them with Giddy.
Ah, finally, it's about time.
Not unless they turn on us.
Ah, well, that's less fun.
All right, well, Calliope draws her bastard sword off of her back, and let's go then.
I hold my hat to make sure the webs don't take it off as we walk through.
Okay.
Yeah, she's kind of talking again and just like, we're here, you let us back through, Lord Longfingers, we're coming through. Going to check out the place that we said we were going to look.
Sure. So the chamber that you enter, there is a door directly to the south, and then just further to the west, it curves around, and you assume the barricaded door was one of the two that you can now see around this corner here.
Because the one that we're going to is the barricaded one. You said the other one was the one where the gremlins were, correct?
Yes.
So yeah, our plan was go to, oh, but there's two of them. I see what you
Does
I
one
couldn't
look
see around the
barricaded?
corner before.
One does not look barricaded. Both look very similar.
Try to unbarricade the barricaded one. Is that an
You
athletics check?
I'll
You
keep
don't-
watch.
You don't see a barricade on your side. It wasn't exactly clear. But both look like plain wooden doors.
Well, I'm going to try this one.
Okay, you push the door, you feel a barricade against it.
Okay, let's break this bitch down.
Couldn't roll an
Athletics.
check. Yes, please.
Okay.
Gonna give before it's resolved. I'm gonna give her guidance.
Sweet.
Guidance.
Did that pop on me? Okay, yeah. Athletics, guidance. Shit, my bad. I did it publicly.
That's all right. That is well enough for you to kick down the door. It slams open with a raucous noise echoing down below to a staircase that goes deeper into the pit. Darkness below.
She says, well, I'm going in. She goes
See
in.
ya.
Well, please
See
follow
ya.
me.
Oh.
As you enter the darkness below, Calliope at the front, you hear a voice that says, "We'll see you next week, everybody. That's it for tonight's episode of Whispers of Doom. We'll see where they end up going down, down, down into the darkness below, low, low." Join our socials. Hit up our Discord. We got some games going on. I'm playing in some PFS in the next month. I signed up for some PFS games, which I'm very excited about. And Paizo Con. Never done one of these before, but I'm excited to play for the first time in a long time.
I'm playing in a PFS game in the server tomorrow. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. Tell your
Nice.
friends. Tell your family. Join the shenanigans, and don't forget to live by the
Live
die.
by the die,
and
die by the
die.
We were ready that time.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah. Good work, everyone. Until next time.
Good work.